got my water. You gonna need some water too or no?
Yeah, Eamon probably.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Chai Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another guest. We just had a wonderful guest prior to this, and now we got another amazing guest sitting right next to me. Ahmed, a.k.a. Fire Kicks Mahmood.
Thank you,
ladies and gentlemen. As you guys know, he's been on the prior podcast episode with Wajeeh where things got very interesting.
Very, bro. You see, I'm not sweating today. Welcome back to Mahmood Mondays.
Mahmood Mondays, oh my God.
Welcome back to Mahmood Mondays.
You guys followed us on our YouTube channel. Oh my God. Anyways, you know what? This time we decided without Wajeeh because last time with Wajeeh it got a bit. What would you say? What would you call that?
No, I don't know. It got like a little emotional.
Yeah,
it got a little emotional.
On Chai Talk, ladies and gentlemen, we always get emotional.
Yeah,
Wajeeh was able to get a lot of things out.
Yeah, she got a lot of things out.
You know, actually, let's start from there because you know what it is? It's crazy because a lot of people were saying that you're so mature.
Yeah,
you're so,
I saw that.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on that? Like, do you feel like you are emotionally there, emotionally mature?
I think I've emotionally changed.
Yeah. You've emotionally changed. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think it's a I don't know if it's a maturity thing, but I think maybe I feel like I'm different for sure.
Okay. Well. Tell us. Yeah. Okay. Well, take me through that because honestly, guys, I will say this. I think I have seen this shift in Ahmed. Ahmed has become more emotionally in tune, and you have become more emotionally mature. Yeah. I feel like in the past and prior, I mean, obviously, there's always family arguments and fights, right? And with me, I feel like with me and Wajeeh, we kind of go at it. It's like I'm not able to just back off.
Yeah. It's
tough for me to just back off. It's like I'm the way Wajeeh is because Wajeeh is a firecracker, and I respond to firecracker with fire.
Yeah.
Me and her just keep going at it.
Yeah.
You used to be that way.
Yeah, me and Mama used to butt heads a lot.
Yeah, you used to be that way. So can you take me through like how does one develop that emotional maturity, or not even emotional maturity, but how does one how did you stop that arguing constant back and forth and just let things be and not constantly always have to respond?
I think it's there's a couple of things. I think one big thing is moving out was one like a really big I think especially nowhere near family. So Rochester literally didn't know anybody, but you're still in the school, so you're still like you find friends. But when I moved to Seattle, that's when it's like no friends, no family, no I didn't know anybody there, right? You know, and then you have to understand who you are as a person, you know, understand like what you don't like, and I think just it's also your friends. I think you have to find a person to maybe vent it out and I have like Andre for an example.
Yeah, exactly.
For me,
I know.
for Andre, like I think not a lot of, I don't think guys have a lot of another male friend or that they can talk emotionally with. Like we have friends that like
100%.
we're not emotional. Like we can talk about like sports, or we can talk about like all different types of things. But when it comes to emotion, we don't really talk about it. Like even with me and you, it's just very like it's a brotherly, like talking about like girls or emotion or things like that. It gets tense.
It's harder for men to. I think men are not as emotionally like they're not. Wait, what, Eamon? Eamon, come here. Eamon, come here.
Yeah, come here.
Wait, go over there to that mic and say it. I'm gonna increase you guys' settings real quick.
Yeah.
Say it, Eamon.
Come. You just got done reading the mass?
Yeah.
You're praying for me?
Yeah, of course.
She has to speak in.
Oh, yeah.
Or just bring it to you.
Okay.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, we have Ahmed Mahmood. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause.
Cool.
She's looking like an auntie right now.
Yeah,
she's
just
prayed Isha.
She just prayed Isha.
Mashallah.
Mashallah, that's amazing.
Jitero.
Wow, I can't believe we have Eamon on right now. Everybody's been saying, bring Eamon. We don't have a young woman's perspective.
But I don't know how much of a young woman Eamon is.
That's the
because
problem.
with hanging with mom, she's become an auntie.
She's become an auntie, but also she's like 12 at the same time.
Yeah.
Because she still doesn't have her license, ladies and gentlemen.
Man.
Let's get that out of the way. Okay, you know what? Let's not make this about Eamon.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah,
okay, so speaking to the mic, so what were you saying about emotional and what, Eamon?
I said that men are not emotional. They don't have no emotions.
Wait, how do you know that? What do you mean by men?
Yeah.
How do you know
Also,
that?
stand up because I don't. Yeah, you can stand. Okay, yeah.
Come.
You guys don't have emotions. Like, I just know it.
So you're talking about brothers. You don't have experience with men, right?
No. You guys and dad. You guys and dad. Like you guys don't have no emotions.
You don't think I have emotions? You don't see me like Bro, don't even get me started on emotions. Whenever watching a Bollywood movie back in the day, literally an emotional scene comes on, I'm like,
I don't see you cry.
I'm low-key, I can't cry because you're freaking staring at me and looking at me the whole time. She's like, dude, you're talking about emotions. Literally, emotional scene comes on screen, she starts looking at me and laughing.
Yeah,
let me be emotional. You don't even let me be emotional, bro.
Eamon, do you think I'm emotional?
No, not even, no. You're sensitive. You are
sensitive, okay.
But you're not emotional.
Do you think I'm emotional or sensitive?
Yeah, do you think he's emotional or sensitive?
I don't think you're sensitive. You're more mature.
Am I more mature?
Yeah, you're not sensitive. He's
Honestly,
sensitive.
I would say
does anybody in this family like me or not? What's going on here?
I think. No, I will say I'm the first to admit my own faults. I'm the first to admit that I get angry quicker.
Anger issues.
Yeah,
yes.
I can get angry quick. And I think that's what we're talking about. We're talking with Ahmed, like, how did he start becoming more emotionally mature in the sense of emotionally, like, not so snappy and responsive the way I am still. And he used to be, but he's not anymore. So like
I'm glad he grew up from that.
Yeah, he did grow up from that.
Why do you think that is, Eamon?
Because like the way, I don't know, when I was younger, when I saw you and Mom would always argue, and there's just always chaos between you guys.
Yeah, there's always chaos,
there's
right?
Always chaos.
What do you think was the switch though? What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it's because you moved out and then you grew up, you know.
Yeah, but I also moved. But I also moved out. Is it because since I moved back in, and like all the other stuff? I guess maybe like playing a role in it. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe.
I think, but also, it's not. I don't know if it's a bad thing to say. I don't want people to take it the wrong way, but I think it's expectations. I have decreased expectations from everyone around me to the point where if you don't have expectations, you get hurt less, and then you become less problem. But at the same time, it's like you have less expectations. You get to enjoy and be happy more and create those relationships.
Do you let other people have less expectations out of you, or you have less expectations out of them?
Yeah, so I have less expectations out of like them, like whether it's like family, parents, friends, everybody. But I wouldn't say like it's like everybody. Some people I do hold to like higher expectations, but that's gonna hurt more. So like I know it's gonna hurt more.
Yeah.
That's why you should always have high standards but low expectations.
Oh, wow. 100. High standards, low expectations.
Ladies and gentlemen, snaps. Wow, when did you become so wise?
Yeah, man.
You're still a 12-year-old to us. I think
baby.
I'm gonna have to get. Yeah, we're gonna have to ask. We'll have a separate episode for Eamon and ask her all these questions and and all her little one-liners that she always has, reading all these quotes on Instagram.
Yeah, mashallah, Eamon has a lot of good, even Islamic knowledge. She's very
quotes,
mashallah. Like, she's like a wise one. Like I do talk to Eamon to de-stress. Like I tell her my problems. But it's just someone to talk to.
Yeah.
I like to listen.
You like to listen?
I'm more listener.
Yeah. So who's your favorite brother? While we have you up on here.
I mean, that's already
obvious.
Yeah.
Again? What do I come back home to LA to get defamed?
Bro, you know, it's crazy because it's like I don't do like I think Ahmed actually likes you more.
Yeah,
loves you more.
Yeah,
but then why do you then why?
I like you more. I've like giving you more gifts. I call you all the time on FaceTime.
Why me?
I don't know. It's just your aura and like.
It's my aura, ladies and gentlemen.
Your presence.
So she likes my aura and presence. I do I am nice to her. Obviously, I do show her love, but it's like I don't know what I did to deserve that number one spot. Even with my mom, like I don't know what I did to deserve it, and I don't like. I mean, I know what the things that I do and I deserve, but it's like I don't go like I'm not like trying to get that number one spot. Even with you, bro, like I don't even. I'm not trying for that, but like is it just aura and vibes or what?
I love make it easy.
I think it's because you're not as annoying as he is.
Oh, I'm not as annoying. Okay, gotcha.
Because I love more than I'm more annoying. Like because I care more.
Your love is not really love, like to me.
Wow.
What is going
on? People perceive.
Wait, time out. What do you mean?
You're giving love, but people perceive love in different ways.
Oh, so right, I'm not hitting your love language?
Like, I don't know. What can I say? Like, the way like you're too touchy. I feel like.
Oh, like he's annoying. He hits you.
Yeah, exactly. The way you hit me, like love hit. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's understandable. I do that, but I'm still gonna keep doing it because you're lame.
Anyways, let's go back. Eamon, so anyways, if you still want to stay here, if you want to stay up to you, but if you want to chime in at any time that we're go ahead and do that. Yeah, you can come in and do that, whether on my mic or Ahmed's mic. Go ahead and do that. But I'm going back to you about and we will do an episode with Amy because we do.
Yeah,
need to
no,
do that
I think she has grown up.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We don't need that right now. We giving Mama G a break. Mama G's bringing fruit salad for us. Hey, they see Mom's ways of showing love and affection is through food, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
But anyway, so you know what? This is gonna segue into a question that I actually had.
Yeah, wait. Before we go into that question, the less expectations thing. I don't want people to take it the wrong way when I said like mom and dad, because they've given mom the way mama's raised us, way daddy. They've given us the max that they could have, and I wouldn't trade how they
Look
raised
at Mama
us.
G standing. You guys can't see this right now, but as Ahmed is talking, Mama G is just standing right here.
Dude, I'm not saying that because she's here, but I really believe it. The way
they can't hear you right now, Mom, but it's okay. Mama G's standing in the corner listening to all this stuff.
No, I was just saying the way Mama and Daddy raised us. I don't think, even if I tried my hardest, I don't think I can reach that 1% of how like we were raised. Because I think if I can duplicate it, I would. But I know it's not being able to be duplicated. So I don't want people to think that he's being like negative in that way. It's just for me, for my health. Less expectations are better. I'm more happier.
So can you tell me about Mama G has comments on the side right now, but hey, Mama G, you're not in this episode right now.
Mama
last time when you were in this episode, we know what happened. You want to come in here and say something? Okay, exactly. So anyways, wrap it up. What's the advice that you can give for brown men and even like women, like to not be so, I mean, I deal with this, but like not be so snappy around the house or be response back to the parents and just be more emotionally, more like just it's okay. Let them talk, let them do the thing, and like you just be quiet and you just not answer back.
I think it's an emotional thing you have to work on yourself more than like other people. It's not going to be how Mama reacts or how Eamon reacts or your friends react. It's about what you figure out your trigger moments and like being able to like
recognize
talk. But you have to have someone to, I'm not saying bottle it in, like you have to have a homie that you can call and like you just vent and talk. He vents and talks and like it goes in. I mean, but I don't think you could do that with like a girl that you're seeing because then it's too much. You have to have someone separate that you have that, be able to go out. But I also think if it's possible, both men and women like leave the city that you grew up in.
You think so?
100%. I think the way you grow and what you experience, being able to leave the city that you grew up in changes a lot. Even if you can't do it, like maybe if it's just for the summer, like 3-month lease or anything like that. That's the one thing I would like recommend. I don't know if that's like parents would like it, but I think
people need that experience regardless of moving out, because even I lived in New York, I lived in SF, I lived in all these. It's like, definitely you want those experiences. You can always leave and then come back and know what home base is, but having those lived experiences are important for you to grow and for you to like just have that experience of living on your own and knowing what it is that you want, or else you don't know what you want unless you actually go out and experience these things.
Like leave the state. Like alhamdulillah, I lived in 4 different states now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
it's crazy. Okay, so I guess so, ladies and gentlemen, we had some people send us questions on Instagram. This was like almost an impromptu podcast questions for this podcast, but we got a couple of questions that me and Ahmed can go back and forth from the audience, from the viewers. So on this topic, right? Yeah. Why was Ahmed able to create boundaries and you weren't? By the way, love y'all. So why were you able to create boundaries? And I guess maybe I'll answer why maybe I wasn't, and I'm trying to now, but why were you able to, why were you able to create boundaries?
I think I needed to create boundaries maybe earlier than you, because if I didn't, it would have gotten way too bad. Like I think I was maybe forced to create a boundary. Maybe that's where you are right now, but I was maybe forced to create a boundary before. I'm not gonna say things got so bad, but even for me, like to be like happy and healthier, like I think
so do you feel like by you creating that boundary, you've almost inevitably like it's been dumped more onto me?
Yeah.
Like what's the right?
Yeah. So, it probably has. Like right? It definitely has. Like,
so how can I navigate? Any tips, my brother?
I don't think about that. Like, I can't. But the thing is, I feel like you're more of a, I don't know. Like I said, you like to be like, now you maybe don't, but I feel like you're very homebody, mom and dad type thing. Like it's like
okay, just listen.
It might not. Okay, but even this, listen. Bro, even if you even think about,
I'm just listening.
Okay.
I've never been homebody mom. I've been a homebody in my own apartment. in school. I never went out and partied like that. All of my friends would go out. I'm like, nah, I don't want to go. I'd rather chill at home and just watch something like that, right? Yeah. I'm a homebody in my own home. I'm not homebody in the sense of mom, dad, mom help me with this, dad help me with this. You know, I've never ever like been that way.
Yeah, so I think yours is a catch-22 because not only there might be some like hardships with you, but then there's the positive with you, like alhamdulillah, like all the content, like you know, like if it wasn't like with mama and daddy, the TikToks, the Instagram stories, this podcast is because of mom. You know, like
of course, being able to have someone
having that content that's like you know, that kind of raised you like at another level. You already have something, but I think the mom and dad content put you at another level.
Family, I think it was family stuff. Family stuff, the relatable stuff.
Yeah, family relatable stuff took you to another level. So like with, you know, great power comes great responsibility.
No, bro, it's not.
It does, because you can't bake your cake and eat it too.
But how can I start creating boundaries now if I feel like I've been left
if you want to
leave
the content part of it?
No, I just feel like I've been like more so left on things being on my shoulder. So how do I start creating those boundaries now? And for anybody else out there, sons, daughters, that has to bear more of that response. Like, how do we start creating boundaries without feeling guilty?
Yeah, I think
like that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you navigate that? And that's part of probably.
I think that's not it's a hard answer. Like it's not something that you can just I have the magic pill, magic answer, way to go about it, because it's about how you feel. Because I think you get sad or whatever the way that mom, you know,
if they're not happy or if they're not
happy or something like that, that hits you like harder.
Yeah, possibly.
So then that way it's like a cycle that keeps going and going and going. So.
Hey man, best of luck to everybody out there that's trying to create boundaries and in a respectful way.
I didn't know I had to create boundaries. Like I think I would have been in your same position until I had my friend constantly saying, you create the boundary. Your mom is, I mean, I don't want, it looks bad to hear, like your mom's pressing you, this, like that. But like the moms can do whatever they want. Like it's just how they are. But at the same time, like the Western world and the people that I was talking to, they're like, you have to create some boundaries. And I think it was a good balance. Yeah. Like
that's what's tough, because in our culture, in our, like, it's taught to like that there is no such thing.
Yeah.
Even, I don't know about a religion or culture, it's taught there is no such thing as that culture, more so.
Yeah.
And in the West, it's like taught that no, you definitely need that separation and boundaries. So that's why it's that tough balance of like balancing those two cultures, which is what.
And I think I got it. I got it from my friend that like told me like, hey, this is what you should do. And like maybe it was kind of hard in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I think we're good now.
Everybody needs a friend like that then, huh?
They do. No, I think your community matters the most. Wherever you live, you can live in the middle of nowhere. How you're raised, how your kids are raised, how you experience a city, it's all about the community. You just need, if you have one good friend, bro, that'll take you like, that'll take you wherever you want to go.
Same like, 100%. Yeah. Who was a troublemaker growing up? Definitely you were.
Me?
100% you're the troublemaker.
No troublemaker. You were the one getting. I would never got in trouble and stuff like that.
You were always the one who was causing trouble at the house and causing trouble.
Maybe within the house, but you in general were
how?
Dude, you were just crazy. Like when mom would hit you, you would start hitting yourself.
Yeah, but why would she?
You're like, hit me, hit me, like Vietnam. You're like, whatever grievance.
It's because we were going. We were arguing and fighting. We would get hit because we would get hit because we would fight.
No,
and then we would get hit.
Yeah,
bro, because she was mad that we're always fighting. But also, you
were very stubborn.
Back then, as a kid, I feel like you were the one who was always like causing more trouble. Like, dude, you would steal my underwear and clothes and all this type of stuff. You would like, dude, this guy would literally steal my socks.
There's a whole foot difference.
But did you steal everything of mine? Dude,
I didn't think
this guy. There's a question about clothes. He would literally, bro. You're like 7 feet taller than me, bro, dude, this guy, inches taller than me, and like, bro, like, why are you using? And he would still try to take my clothes and use my.
I wouldn't know. Clothes. Now your pants or shirt, they wouldn't fit me.
You would take my shirts, and you still, bro. And my jackets, dude. You came
no.
And
recently, now because you started wearing oversized.
Back then,
at most maybe it was underwear because I don't.
It was underwear. See, this guy would steal.
Maybe not steal, dude. Maybe it ran you probably took mine.
But I would get pissed that you're taking my stuff, and I'm very particular
about my stuff. We had
the
same size of underwear, so when they did the laundry, we weren't doing it. So
I was doing my laundry. You were not doing yours, but I was doing mine. Yeah, I guess that was one question. Like, did you guys ever share? Did you grow up sharing each other's clothes? No, I couldn't. First of all, I didn't want anything of his. I didn't like this guy. I didn't like. I mean, now I love that shirt. I love that. But I felt like I was probably more of the one that was like.
No, you didn't get into fashion till after college.
In middle school, when I started wearing.
I started did that first with the vest and the. I got it for you. I literally got you the vest and the polo out like that. I took you. No. Me and Brandon took you to get it from Ross.
Vest?
The sweater vest with the collar outside and the chucks. I took you to get your first chucks from flea market.
Dude, that was.
Oh, now I know how mama feels.
That was middle school. What about high school?
No. That was
middle school.
Yeah, but that's how we started. Like, listen, a lot of your stuff influenced it, whether it's sports, music, or clothing. Starts with your older brother, what he's wearing, and then you had your own style. I definitely
never
agree.
wore something that you were into, like that, like that Sean Combs, like full tracksuit shit. Like,
bro, you had Sean Combs too. You had Sean John too.
Yeah, probably
because of me.
But
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, but
I agree. You, as you got older, your style wasn't. But in a young age,
okay. At the end of the day, I never wore your clothes.
You couldn't.
Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't.
I don't think you could.
Yeah, I couldn't. So why would you wear mine?
Because I could, but only underwear. Listen.
Ahmed,
what shirts?
I'm talking about even right now.
Right now, no. Now I do. I do now. I admit it.
Even
because when I'm visiting, I don't want to bring a lot of clothes.
5 years ago.
Okay,
even in college.
College?
Yeah, I'm talking about when I
don't think college.
I'm talking about 2016, 17. You would still. What do you
mean? What would I take in 2016?
I don't know. You still had stuff.
No, because bro, your shirts are small.
No, but Ahmed, you were small because my arms are bigger.
Okay, you guys make this sense. There's a foot. There's a 1 foot difference.
This guy was a 6'2", and I'm like 5'7",
5'2".
right? 5'5". Okay, you just use a slim joke. This guy literally, bro. How are you fitting in my clothes? Because you're just skinnier, that's why.
Bro, that just...
This guy would wear my shirts.
Either you're wearing
you
oversized...
wore my sweater. You wore my... this sweater 3-4 years ago was not... Dude,
what sweater?
There's just... Bro, this guy would fit... Even if that shit was like... Would his wrist... His thing would come up to here. Yeah. He would still even sometimes wear it when he was going out or something like that. Because you just, bro.
Maybe.
Like
no.
Years back.
No.
In 919, you did it. You used some of my clothes.
Oh, yeah, I did. No, because when I'm visiting, I didn't live here. I didn't have a place, so I definitely used your clothes. Yeah, I agree.
What about when you were living here?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you were. When you were living in Ella Point.
I don't know. I might have, but also when the oversized started coming back, then it made it more sense to fit me. But when we were doing the super tight and slim stuff, it wouldn't work.
I never wore his stuff.
Yeah, you never did.
Yeah, I never wore. I don't think there's been one thing of yours that I've like worn or taken. Yeah.
That's
the thing. I wish we were closer and like. I
wish we had the same shoe size. That would be so sick.
You do have a lot of better shoes, but even then, like I don't like sharing. I don't like sharing. I don't like it when people use I don't like sharing.
See, I get happy when people I'm able to give something to them.
Nah, you don't.
Like when no problem. When my friend or like when like Yusuf came or Andre came or something like that. Like Yusuf wore my shirt, Fusi Tube wore. Like I'm like, you choose something. Andre gets to come. Like it makes me feel like. Because I think a lot of people, I like it because I think Kais did it for us. Kais always like hooked it up for us. So like I was more maybe on the receiving end. So like now being able to give it, it's also like I know it feels good.
Speaking on clothes, I do actually want to shout this crew neck, this brand out real quick because they did gift this to me. So this is an Abari crew neck. Guess where this is made and from? And
Portugal.
No, Pakistan.
Oh, wow.
Owned and Pakistani made.
Nice.
I do want to give a quick shout out to Abari, and they probably have this. When I put this on, it was actually very comfortable crew neck. It is oversized. So
I fit into it.
On this point,
closet.
It is oversized, but no, you can't. Maybe I'll have them send you one. But they gifted me this, and it was really nice. So if you guys want to check out their clothes, they have comfortable crew neck and pant sweats and sets. So if you guys want to check it out, it is definitely very comfortable, and you got to support the fellow.
Also, sharing clothes. Like I'm thinking about it now. It's like you get a new closet. Like if I go in there, it's just like, I see my closet all the time, but I see something with yours. It's like renting for a day or two.
It's not renting. No.
If it's different, if I took it back, then I think that's messed up. But like if you wear it for 1 or 2 nights out, then I don't think it's a big deal. But if I took it from you and you can't find it, I would be annoyed too.
Because the thing is, there's a thing that like I feel like he never really cared about clothes like that. You didn't care about clothes like that to where it's like I was very like just particular about it. Like, I wanted its place. I would just want to make sure it's like clean and all this type of stuff. You just didn't care as much. It's like when one person doesn't care and they take your shirt and clothes, then it's going to piss you off because you know they're not caring for it. You know they're just like doing whatever for it. That's what bothered me about that.
So you were worried that I was going to like make
no,
it
just
dirty?
like you just didn't care. You didn't have a care in the world. You're just like, oh, I'm just using it. It's not mine. It's his. Whatever happens.
But I wouldn't make it. But you think I would make it dirty and not take care of it? I'm a clean person.
At the end of the day, you can't. Yeah,
cold
don't
world.
borrow my freaking clothes.
Cold
like,
world, man. Hey, you could have my closet. You could have my shoes.
I honestly do not know how sisters do it. Like I know some sisters
I
share
think
their
they get,
closets.
but I think they get in a lot of fights.
100%, bro. Like, and especially if I find out, like, the worst thing is, I don't know if you guys can relate, if they don't put it back. Like, bro, if you're gonna take it, you don't put it back, and you're looking, and you're like in the closet looking for it. Oh, you want to wear this one day, and it's not there.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
That's what pisses me off because I know where everything is, and I'm like, yo, where is this? I know I didn't touch it. I know I didn't wear it. And then you find out that it's in his room, or you found out that he wore it. Oh my god, that boils blood. That boils blood.
Yeah, because if you wear something like out of the respect, you should put it back. Exactly.
Okay, yeah. So why didn't you?
When did I not do that?
Dude, no, you did it. You did it.
The sweat jackets or anything like that.
I feel
maybe
like
not younger, but I think that's also comes with maturity. Like I think now it's a much different thing.
Any questions that you have, or any questions you came across?
Yeah, I did. There was one.
Another question. What is something about each other that you are jealous of? I would say I'm jealous of Ahmed's height. He got the height in the family. He went towards Papa G's side of the family. I went towards Mama G's side of the family. But I would say height. Damn, how did he take all the height, man? It don't make no sense, man. Mashallah.
I think maybe I would be jealous of...
hey, man. No, not all at once. Yeah, man. Not all at once.
Yeah, you came in with yours pretty quick.
Not all at once, man.
I think the way that I want to say... the love or like no, but it's just like I think maybe the attention or love you get from family.
Dude, stop making. Dude, you're.
Yeah, no, but it's your.
You're trying to make a sob story. Get out of here. That's
your
own doing. That's your own doing.
No, I'm just saying in general from audience to your captivity.
Gotcha.
Why do you think of it negative from the beginning?
Because you said family.
I said friends, family.
Yeah, friends and family.
But that's just. I mean, even the audience. You didn't even let me finish. You went right in.
No, because you.
No, I promise. It wasn't a negative
story.
Lana, no, it wasn't a sob story. I was saying the captivity that you have, like people I really like relate and stuff.
Like Amy was saying, like the aura, I guess.
The aura, even like in videos or stuff like that. It's just more like I don't know the word, but it's just like
captivity.
Yeah, just like more natural on camera.
Appreciate that.
Got you, my brother. I know you don't think good things of me.
Hey, man. No, I clearly do. I was quick to answer mine.
Mine was a physical attribute.
Freaking study. Sometimes physical attributes are the best attributes, my brother. Oh, my brother. Anyways, any question? Yeah, you had a question?
Yeah. There was one question. Hold on.
I have like a lot of them already.
Oh, yeah. Tell us the most embarrassing thing Wajeeh did as a kid. My goodness. I'm gonna say, bro. Wajeeh had a problem as a kid where he would cross his legs when he had to use the bathroom. Whenever he had to pee or poop, he wouldn't use the bathroom and he would cross his legs. It came to the point where he would...
Oh my God, bro.
I don't think you can say the word, but you poop in your pants. Like literally they're in the middle of a bathroom. Listen, there's two things. Let me, I'm going to tell this story.
First of all, how old was I?
I was in 5th grade, so you were maybe third grade, 3rd to 4th.
3rd grade, I was in. What do you mean? No, bro. When we were out there
in Rancho,
it was 2nd grade.
But there's another time too.
It was 2nd grade, bro.
Maybe
I was like, how old are you?
No,
in
it was
2nd
5th,
grade?
bro. It was 5th because we were going to the school, so I was in 5th.
No, but
before I went to middle school. Anyways, regardless, the story was
I was a kid.
We were in a basketball league. He was playing basketball, and they had light blue shorts. And then while little Teletubby running up and down basketball court, we literally see something on his short, like in the light blue short. It's like brown. And I'm talking to Mama. And I'm like, there's something on his short. And Mama's like, oh, it's probably water or something like that. During a timeout, the coach came to us and said, hey, I think Wajeeh made an accident in his short. Can you please do? I had to take this Teletubby into the bathroom. I had to take it to the bathroom, and he didn't know what to do. And I was wiping it. I had to wipe his poop and like shorts and like wash it and stuff like that. Hey. That's not even the worst part. Let me tell him the next one.
What are older brothers for, man?
When we were at Sizzler, once again, there are bathrooms there. We were at a Dawa. Listen, we were at a Dawa with all of our friends. He once again pooped in his pants. We had to
I
go.
didn't like poop in my pants, bro.
No, you did.
It wasn't like this guy.
Listen,
dude.
it was so
This guy, this is
embarrassing.
so
Listen,
bad.
you had to poop in your pants. I had to take you into the Nissan Red Quest in our van, right? You pulled your pants down, and I was wiping your freaking ass like you were looking, and I had to wipe your ass, and it smells so bad. And all of our friends and people started looking inside the car, like, what the hell is he doing? Started making fun, like I was doing that. And I'm like, why can't he control, like,
Guys,
use the bathroom?
Let me explain. I don't even know. I was first and foremost, I was a kid. And what are older brothers for, right? They got to go through this. And now we have a story to tell. And now you got a story to tell my kids. Anyway, so I was just a kid, first of all.
You're not a kid,
yeah,
bro.
I was, bro. I was
Bro,
not
when
even
you're
10.
third, fourth grade, I think you should have a control of your
No,
bladder.
it's not okay. Let me text.
You should have control
I
of your
didn't like
bladder.
going. I remember this. I would like for out. I would not like. I would stop myself from going because I didn't want. I didn't want to use those restrooms. I just didn't want to go. I was playing outside. I don't know what it was. I just didn't like going to those public restrooms. I really just didn't. I wasn't comfortable about it. I didn't like going to the public restroom. So I just like I would stop it. I would just. Anyways, we don't need to get into the details. But that's what was going on. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who speaks better Urdu? Ahmed thinks he speaks better Urdu,
No,
even
the
though he
thing
took
is-
Urdu class.
I did take
UCLA.
Urdu class and stuff, and I think the more you speak it, the better you're at it. You know, you're like.
Who do you think? Answer the question.
I think I was better at it at one point, but I think living away from mom, maybe not speaking it much, and you being more into like watching like Bollywood and Urdu stuff.
From 2 years ago.
Oh, I was. You couldn't even talk to Nano, bro.
Bro, what are you talking about?
You couldn't.
2 years ago? Remember when we went to Pakistan and we asked our relatives whose Urdu is better, even though both of ours is not good.
Yeah.
Or like we have a Pathan accent. But remember, they said, "Oh yeah, Wajeeh ki hai."
But mom always said it was me.
No, bro.
But do you remember when we were on
Your
the phone?
vocab was better. My accent was better.
Okay.
Yeah. Your vocab was better, but my like.
Accent,
I
the
think
way you
accent and flow was better, even though it's
get-
not the best. People still make fun of it until this
Yeah.
day. But I
But
think
I
it flowed better.
But also at the same time, it's.
Remember, we're in Jersey in 2015 when we went to the wedding and we're asking who's better. They even said mine at that time.
Really?
Yes.
Mama
the
has
auntie.
always said me.
Maybe mom. I'm talking about everybody else, relative and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have that the captivity personality that they took over you. But listen, it was also. But you remember when we were on the phone with Pakistan? Anybody Nano or any of the uncles, you would not talk because you could not speak in Urdu.
It wasn't because I couldn't speak in Urdu. I just like
You couldn't.
I just wasn't like a conversation.
Yeah. Since when have you not been conversational?
No, just like I don't know. It was
You
just
couldn't
like,
speak good in Urdu. Just
yeah,
the
it was
way
just
Daddy
like, you
doesn't
know,
like.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I don't know. What other questions you got? Fire cakes. Why are you allergic to Mamaji?
Yeah, I'm not allergic to Mamaji.
Where's mom for this question?
I'm not allergic to Mamaji.
Why are you allergic to
I
Mamaji?
think now that like I live a little bit further apart, it's like she likes me more.
Yeah.
She says she likes me more than you at times. Just
That's why I think that balance.
that balance that she
distance
says
is healthy.
Even though she said she loves you more, but I think she likes me more because we don't have anything to argue about.
Yeah.
Obviously, the more you live closer together and stuff like
There's
that,
gonna be,
it's
of course.
constantly going to be something to be mad about. But for me, it's like I come for a week, it's happy, and then I can go.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Who's the funniest? I think. Eamon. How about you come in and answer that? Who's the funniest? What do you think, is Ahmed?
I think your laugh is very contagious.
Okay, I'll tell Eamon.
But I think when it comes to maybe like pun or thinking of funny ideas, I like maybe funny things. I think I can have.
Eamon, who's the
funnier.
funniest?
She's not-
Damn, that's a tough one.
Oh, okay.
I think Dad is.
Dad is the funniest. Dad's
is.
unintentionally
Are we laughing
funny.
at him or with him? That's the question. That's the question.
We're doing both.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
no,
we're 90% we're laughing
No,
at
but
him.
sometimes whenever he tells us stories, that shit's funny.
Yeah, because we're just
Yeah,
like the way
but-
he
yeah, but that's
laughs,
just
the way
funny.
he laughs.
Because
Yeah.
the way he starts getting into his Punjabi accent, well,
Yeah.
that's pretty funny, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think Ahmad's unintentionally funny too. Like he's goofy.
Yeah.
He's goofy. I think he's funny
He's a
because
goofy goober, that's why.
he's goofy, which makes him funnier. I don't know. I don't know if I'm like I don't know.
I
Maybe
think your
did.
laugh is so contagious that
Yeah,
it
it's
comes
probably the
into
laugh.
the crusty crown, like
Yeah.
like you know the goofy laugh.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
crushing of the clown. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, all right. Give me another question.
I think a lot of my questions were about career wise.
Yeah, one question of your career and university journeys, please. I think that might be long,
that is long.
but how about tell me? Okay, tell me. I have an answer for mine at least. Tell me, at what point in your academic career did you feel like you're like, dang, I made it, or like, dang, like, you know what I mean? Like, not made it, or like you're in a setting, you're like, dang, like I got to this point, like I did this, or I got to this point, or like what made you like feel like, oh wow, I was in this moment.
I think yeah.
I mean, if you don't have yours ready, I can kind of answer that.
You could go ahead first, yeah.
So I think one of my like not made it moments, but like dang, like like I'm in this setting, I'm here. I think it was in law school, right? So I was at Duke, and then when we did interviews for law firms, they come to your campus. It's a whole process. It's called OCI's, on-campus interviews, right? For those that are in law school or even interested. But after your first year of law school, big law firms will come to the campus and do on-campus interviews, and you got to go to like, it's like a hotel room. There's like literally you have like 8-10 interviews lined up, and then you got to pass that screener test, and then you get a call back. Once you get that call back, then you go get flown out to their office, their actual office, and then from there you meet with like multiple other people for 45 minutes. Now it's much longer, and then you get a offer if they want to do that. So it's a full-on process. So after those on-campus interviews on campus, I got flown out to a couple of firms in New York. Right, so I was interviewing at a couple of firms in New York, like 2 or 3, and then so that was just dope. Being flown out to New York, and then having that experience of like, dang, all this is being paid for. It felt like a Suits moment. Yeah. I was able to wear my suit. You're able to call like Uber Blacks, and like they're covering everything. You're getting rooms. I'm like getting room service. Like we're not used to that. Like
not at all.
We're not like in the sense of like you don't really get that treatment like you know what I'm saying.
We've never been in a corporate setting, like nothing. Parents or we've never been in a corporate setting, so
exactly. And like I guess I don't know, I guess like those white people, like there was a lot of obviously like Caucasian and white people there and whatnot, but either way it's like we weren't used to that treatment. We weren't used to that treatment. So I was just like in that moment like, dang, this is cool, this is dope. So then we had like I call my Uber, my SUV black comes. And then I get picked up. I have my briefcase, like literally like Suits. I have him in a suit and tie. And then I go, and I'm in New York. Like imagine you're in New York. It's like that entire vibe, like that entire, like picture all this, right? So then I'm getting dropped off. I get dropped off. I get out of the car. This huge high-rise building. I'm like, dang, okay. So I walk in. It's literally, and then I go to check into the front desk. So I'm here for such and such a law firm. So then they send you up to the elevator and whatnot. So then I go, and it's like a crazy full-on floor with like glass ceilings and all this type of stuff, and like glass windows. I mean, and the view of the entire Manhattan is just crazy, right? And then we had like a little mixer before we were broken off into like going into like those interviews. Yeah. So then in those, it was all majority white people, bro. It was majority all white people, right? And like in a firm, and like a couple of people of color, but it was majority all white people. And then like we all had our name tags written. I had my name Wajeeh, and like you had your law school written. So then I'm like in this crowd of group of kids and whatnot. And we're all introducing each other. Just it's like a mixer, right? And like partners are there as well. But basically, it's like, it's such and such kid. It's like white kid, from Yale. This other kid from like Harvard. This other kid from like Princeton. This other kid from like Brown. And like, it's like all these like elite schools, and you're just like, and they're all white.
Yeah.
And I'm just there like, you know, it was just like, it was like in that moment, I genuinely had to like take it all in just for a second and just pause for a second. Like, damn, like look at the setting that I'm in. And cause I wouldn't have expected a kid like me to come up and be in this setting and be in this environment and be with these partners and be like, because no one in my family was a lawyer. No one in my family knew about what law firm is. No one knew what OCI is. No one knew what law schools there are, or the top law schools. Like no one knew that. And these kids, I'm sure like they were all just like, oh, their dad's a lawyer or this and that lawyer, and their family, they have legacy. They went to this university. They went to that university. So they're used to all this. They know what to expect. I had zero idea of what to expect. And yet here I am in this setting with my name tag, like the most like minority name out there. And then your school. And it's just like being a representation of that. And I just genuinely just like in that moment, I was just like, I just took it all in. Yeah. And I'm like, damn,
that's good. That's good. You're able to like recognize and do that.
And I was like, damn. And I remember telling the story afterwards, but I just took it all in that moment. Like, damn, like I really made it to this setting where even though that was just the first step, but it was just it's like little moments like that I remember. And I'm like, wow, like a kid like me was able to be in this setting and be amongst these elites and be amongst this setting, even though like grand scheme of things, that's not as big as what you would consider, or you go different paths down the line. But just in that moment and recognizing that was really like impactful for me in my academic journey.
That's really good.
Yeah,
wow,
man, it was crazy.
That's good. Yeah.
It was definitely a crazy like experience, and I was just like, wow, man, this is my like not made it, but like a
lot of people. That's actually really good that you were able to recognize it at that time, because I think me even thinking about it, like, you know, having those opportunities, like when I just thought of what you just said, like, you know, when I was in, like, you know, MBA school, like Amazon, like flying me out, Nike, or you know, Microsoft or Google and stuff like that. And like, you know, me taking advantage of like the drinks and chips and stuff.
Like we're like,
I was doing that, but at the same time, I didn't feel, even though I was going against like the Harvard business students, Stanford business students, and just like legacy and stuff like that. I didn't get to take it. I didn't take it in at that time because I was like, I didn't have it. At that, like when I was interviewing and stuff like that, I didn't have it then. Yeah, they were flying me out. They were giving me cars and stuff like that. But I feel like I didn't get to experience it because I'm like,
stressed.
I'm stressed. Like it might be taken away. Like I don't want to be too comfortable and like it'd be like, I don't know if I have it. So I'm not gonna like maybe appreciate it as much. But I think for me, like the moments, I think one was like getting to UCLA.
Definitely.
That was like a big moment for me. Like, and then getting on the like Division I track team at UCLA. So being on that team was like
that's a huge accomplishment, right? Yeah.
And then when going to MBA, getting my full ride scholarship to the MBA program. Cause I did do a pitch competition for it. So they invited me out. They're like, hey, we'll give you a scholarship, but you have to compete against everybody else. So like after competing, it's that. And then even the Pakistan Olympic things was also like another like a made.
So you had a lot of like athletic.
I think it was a mix. It was an athletic and academic mix of like. I felt like I think the athletic ones for some reason meant more to me.
I think those hit more, of course.
The athletic ones hit more. Like when you just like, because it's like that you grinding, and that's the one where I feel like there's no Pakistani, there's no Pakistani Muslims they see in track whatsoever. Even with the Pakistan Olympics, like it wasn't that like, you know, for track it wasn't. Obviously they're all Pakistanis there, but it's not it's just a different vibe. So those ones hit harder. And then when it came to like school and stuff, like obviously it was different going against like, you know, the Microsoft, these tech interviews are like 5, 6,
it's like
5,
a full-on
6, 5,
round,
5,
right? It's like
and
crazy.
They literally tell you who you're competing against. Like the group that I was in, they're like, one of you is going to get an offer.
Yeah, of course.
Alhamdulillah, like it worked out well for me. But that's just how cookie crumbled.
Yeah, man. I think there's a lot of stories, I feel like, within our academic journeys that we can like share. I mean, that's just one little nugget that I had, but there's so many of you as you think about it.
We have so many details,
but that's just like, I think that has to be, if people are interested, that has to be an entire episode in and of itself, because there's just so much of that journey that we can share. And that's what I kind of did when I was doing the flip the switch stuff and back in the day and whatnot. But everybody has these moments, and it's just about being able to recognize it and just like draw inspiration from these stories.
And I think it's a big thing to pay it forward too, because I know 100%. A lot of people help me out. So even like on my Instagram, the subscription thing that I have is just people hit me up like, hey, can you going to an interview? Can you review my resumes? Like people do that. Like, hey, I need a business. Yeah, people hit me up, so they subscribe on my Instagram, and then they're like, I need help with resume and stuff like that. Like, I need advice. Like, what should I do? So like, you know, give them one-on-one advice and like help them out.
I'm a huge thing about paying it forward as well, because especially for people within our minorities and cultures and first generation not knowing the path. So.
And we did a lot of you. If you notice, a lot of Desis don't like to help out our own kind, because they're like, you feel cool that you're the only one in the field and stuff like that, so you don't want somebody else to take away that shine. Like, oh, he also got it. Like my son also got it. But I think the more we work together, and like they appreciate it much more. Like, you know,
my thing is too, I want to be able to help out more people. It's just I can't. It's just hard to do it individually because it's just time and work and this and that.
You have to have a thing set up.
I feel like there has to be a thing set up, whether it's not a course, but it has to be like a separate like individual, like, you know what I mean, like some sort of program.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. It's not easy.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not easy. Even the Instagram subscription thing is
tough.
not. It's not like the money thing is not worth the amount of value and effort that I'm putting in is not worth the like $5 to $20 that I'm getting from Instagram.
And I was trying to do that when I was talking about all my experiences through that other like the beginning in the school podcast. When I was in school, I started like a little podcast even then, and that was my motive with that. But it was just like it's tough. It's tough to keep up with it.
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay, let's get a little bit. Let's get a little more fun. What is your guys' favorite prank on Mama G? What was your favorite prank that we did?
Dang, man.
By the way, we took off all our pranks because we were applying for jobs and more professional.
Yeah, all of our dudes, the laxative.
People have been asking, where's the laxative prank?
That one guy, then the YouTube took it. A lot of our stuff,
took that down.
Dude, all of our stuff got demonetized because they like whether it was some type of song, like back then we were allowed to use it because we got permission, and then they blew up or whatever, and now it's like
that, and just like also professional settings, and it's just. But yeah, there's stuff. Yeah, my favorite prank I think was probably one of our first one was a fire one.
The fire one was a good one
because that one was legit in the sense of like it was a real fire.
Yeah,
that lit up my arm.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah,
real fire that would lit up my arm, and Mom was sitting there, and like me and Emma were barbecuing outside, and she was just sitting outside as well. And then we had this thing where I sprayed it, and like it was one of those things where it doesn't get on. I don't know what was it.
I figured I googled it, so it was like some type of like just on top spray that we got from Home Depot.
Yeah.
That,
and
like,
then freaking
that
my mom was, and then she threw me in the pool, threw me in the water, going
Yeah.
crazy, freaking out. And that was like our first. I think that was our first prank.
Yeah,
I think the first one.
That was the first prank. That was the first one.
That
and
one
then I
and
think
it was
we've,
like it was
we've
real
done a lot
fire,
of pranks like
which
against like each other. Like I did like the gorilla one with like
yeah,
everybody. That was
too.
funny.
Yeah,
like
that was fun.
I think I can't remember that we had a seizure one too that we kind of did.
That one was. I didn't like that one as much.
Yeah.
That was a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
I can't remember that many
there
with
was,
Mama.
There was some fun ones. I think this. I'm sure you got this question a lot in yours, and I got this a lot too. But to kind of like put it together, or not put it together, but so kind of encapsulate all the questions that you got about this, whether you're single, this, that, this, and that.
Hot in here.
I think the best thing, the way to answer this is when are you guys getting married? So when are you getting married?
Brother, you pointed a finger at me. There's 3 fingers pointed right back.
No, so when are you getting married?
I'm asking you. You asked me. I'm asking you.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for you to get married. That's my answer.
Oh, you're waiting for me.
I'm waiting for you to get married.
Okay,
so.
I have a question. The way I want to get your take on this.
Yeah, talk to me.
Our lives are public. Like it's always been public for such a long time, whether it's Instagram. So it's like kind of like our responsibility, duty to share some things.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's like in our culture, there's Nazar, the evil eye that you get scared. Like same thing, whether you're applying for a job, we don't tell people like, hey, I'm applying to a job, or when I'm applying to school, you don't tell them like, mashallah, when you're buying like, getting the house, you don't tell people until it's done.
For sure.
So how do you feel people like people should navigate that terms in relationship of like, do you think there should be should you say something before you're proposed and engaged, or before you have a bath bucky? Like,
what are you hinting at?
I'm just saying, brother. I'm just saying. I'm saying, like, what do you think?
Chat Talk exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you?
How do you like navigate that?
Yeah, how would you navigate posting something like that?
How would I navigate it? Honestly, it's tough because look, a lot of the people say, yeah, Nazar is real. Nazar does exist. Nazar do all that. But genuinely, like, we've been public for a lot of in my entire 20s.
Yeah.
I've been public.
Yeah.
My entire 20s, I've been public.
Yeah.
And I don't post necessarily for recognition or post for like, oh, look what I don't do that. My stuff is all friendly, family friendly, or like, it's honestly, I don't post for any sort of like brag. It's just like they've been watching us for the longest and they've been a lot of people have been a part of the journey for the longest. So when I get into a school, it's like, and a lot of people, when they say I documented that journey, a lot of people drew inspiration from it. Even if I got the house, a lot of people draw inspiration from it. I got so many messages saying like, I can't wait to do this for my parents. I can't wait to do this for mom. So it's not from a place of like, look what I did. It's more from a place of look what you can do.
But how do you? I agree with that. Those are different than when it's schools. But how would you do that with the relationship?
With relationships, I think
because it's not a thing of what you can do. Because it's kind of
honestly at this point, I feel like people are like, it's one of those things where everybody's waiting for it. And it's just like people are like waiting for that announcement or waiting for that. And because we put ourselves in that place where our lives are public, it's just one of those things like, it's going to have to be an announcement. Like I cannot not make an announcement and let, and
so
like
yours is just like, a hard launch. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the timing wise, like, do you say it when you're proposed or when you're like, when you have the nikah, or when do you tell people that it's good? Because you're like, if something's going really well, alhamdulillah,
yeah, mashallah, you don't want to like mess things up.
You don't want to mess things up.
I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I'm not in that situation. I'm not in that position to where like, I'm not saying you are, but I'm just saying like, I don't know how to like, I think, I don't know. I always say you can say you have this in your mind, but then maybe later it might change.
Yeah.
So like, if I were to say something right now in this given moment, right? The way I would want to do it, I would want to create like a mini movie, mini film type vibe.
Yeah.
Just a creative direction of creative aspect from my piece of things.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be something super crazy over the top, just like more of a creative aspect to it, and of just like, or like make it more of like a not a joke, but play on to the idea of like teasing it, or just like
teasing it. So it's a soft launch type of thing into a hard.
I would tease it. I would just mess around with it, like. Yeah. But I would probably do all that after there's like a. Okay, for sure, like after a bath bucky, which is like the parents have met and all that. But then I can also see after an engagement how there's still that worry. But I would probably do it after I'll probably do it after a bath bucky.
Bath bucky or something like that.
Or honestly, I don't know. Maybe I would just do it after nikah or marriage, and then I just drop like a teaser or drop like something.
Honestly, to me, I never liked, but that's just personally, like when someone just randomly just showed their they're married or they got engaged. I like to see a little bit of the story, but now you see like, you get scared, like, should I be sharing too much? Like,
but what do you mean the story? Are people supposed to see like what do you mean? Like, are supposed
I guess like this, if it's friends or things like that, like you like to see the evolution of the relationship. So, but it puts you in a position of like that evolution where it's like, you never know, like it can be good or bad. So you're putting yourself out there. The highs will be highs, but the lows can be lows.
Honestly,
as well.
if I wasn't a public figure, I probably wouldn't even like post to that level. Like I wouldn't like, there's no need. Like I wouldn't like, but because we're public figures, it's still like we're in a unique situation to where I feel like it's like, I almost not owe, but it's like, I want to share with the people that have been a part of my journey my entire life.
Exactly.
If that's what it is. It's not for myself. It's just to share. And it's not even like, I get those is very real. I get that's a very real concept. But because we've been in this situation for the past, my entire 20s, I just want to share it with the people that genuinely love me. And people, at the end of the day, a lot of people probably don't. A lot of people will hate. A lot of people will.
I think our community, the one that we've raised, they've grew up with us. They've seen me from all the way from college, post-college, MBA, all job. And they've seen you go all the way from college.
So you're doing it more for those people. You're not doing it for those.
More that. So I guess
that's what I would do. I would do it for those people that have genuinely been rocking with us and watching it with us for a long time. Yeah. And like, obviously, you can get a good couple videos out of it here and there, which will be fun. You know, like a little teaser, a little things like that.
So I guess when this podcast drops, you could check my Instagram to get maybe an answer.
Oh my god! Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting an exclusive chai talk. So basically, check out Ahmed's Instagram. You said,
I think maybe when something might be like, or
maybe in the next, who knows? Maybe the next podcast when you join us.
Oh yeah, then there will be
what life update you might be in.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, who knows what that goes, but someone's playing with the strings of my heart.
What is this guy saying? Courage, that's what Eamon said. Wow. What's a good song that can
I don't know. There's like so many.
Dil to pagal hai, dil deewana hai. Damn, man. Anyways, lots of life updates. But of course, when inshallah I do get married, I would love to share it with you guys, with my audience, and just make it a part of like, you guys honestly, I genuinely see as a family, as a community, and I would love to share it with these people, and I would love to share it with them. And it's something where I enjoy it. I enjoy it for myself, for others to like enjoy in that process, not necessarily for like, and I know Nazar is a real thing, but at the end of the day, it's just like,
I think with Nazar, you have to say like, you're not thanking like Allah, so you like say like, you don't say inshallah, mashallah, alhamdulillah, like I'm doing whatever like, and we say I'm pursuing it in the intention of completing half my deen. That's what it is. I'm not trying to do it in a thing. I'm doing it to literally, this is what's left for me. Like it's like after this, I feel like I can like relax and like of a deen perspective, maybe like I just feel like it's like.
So on that note, this is actually a juicy question that I got.
Oh wow! Did I open up a can of worms?
No, there's a juicy question I got, and I think we might wrap it up here.
Okay.
What's your opinion? This is probably I don't know. This might create controversy. What's your opinion on splitting finances with your partner? Desi American, 50-50.
So I guess it depends. This is a different.
If you know Ahmed.
So it's just like how you want to. If it has to be communicated. So if you want a traditional,
start from back then. What did you think back then?
Okay, so back then,
like be real.
Listen, this is how back then when we were on the come up, I could not imagine money was something that we always want. Like it was something that was like needed to go forward. So it was just like whenever I find somebody, I want someone to contribute to the empire or help me improve or help me get there or because you were looking for something that you lacked.
Of course.
So that's what you wanted. You wanted some because since you lacked it yourself, you're looking for it in somebody else. But alhamdulillah, as I grew up, that's not something that I like lacked. As like it wasn't something that I was lacking anymore because I didn't need someone else to provide it. Alhamdulillah, I got to the point where it's like I can feel it. So then I didn't care anymore because I'm like, once you have it, it's not like if you told me this like 5-6 years ago, I'm like, hell no.
This guy I remember would get into debates.
I was very.
Him and our other friend would get into debates, and I was the only one. I'm like, They made me feel dumb. They made me feel like, man, am I a simp? But they literally would say, what the, like 50-50, like.
I was because I was lacking in myself.
You were young. We were young, and I was always about that mindset of like, I was like, no, bro, like, you know, like, it's not fit. Yeah, you know this, right?
You're just like, I'm gonna pay for. I said,
I'll pay for, like, as a man, you're supposed to provide. Like, I don't care. I don't want to do this 50-50 thing, and I've been saying that for like.
I felt like they were trying
back then.
You know, some guys, even I was involved with this, like they're gonna take advantage or gold dig, but bro, we didn't have anything to gold dig, so what are they gonna gold dig?
Exactly.
So those are I feel like the guys that are worried about the gold digging part are the ones that don't have anything to gold dig, and that's maybe how I was the thing. I'm just like, I don't have anything. I don't want someone to take it even more. But why would they take it if you don't have anything?
And I think it's also probably environment maybe, or like people around you as well with their mentality.
It's like social, just a little bit of social media, but it's definitely changed now. Like now, if my wife I'm like, they're like, you handle it. I'm like, if you're gonna stay at home, cook food.
Oh, so you at least want that? Yeah, of course.
If you want me to be a traditional man and support you, then you have to be a traditional woman. You're cooking. I'm cooking, cleaning. But nowadays, like even for girls, like they didn't go to school, they didn't work. Maybe some are just like, I'll be at home, but they've worked hard. They were like, I want to work too. So then it changes the dynamic. Like the guy can take the majority of the ones, and then you can say for the woman, like, oh, you do like the fun stuff, or if you do some of the finances of like we both split like certain bills or rent, stuff like that, and then you work together. But then you have to help out in the house, you cooking, cleaning, like everything changed. I think it changes.
I just think it's like I've always been a proponent. Like I've never said 50-50. I would I've just never been that way, right? I've never said 50-50. I've always been okay. The man's duty and to support, they're the ones to pay and to provide, whatever the case may be. I just also think it should be. That's always been my mindset. It's also, I think, circumstantial in the sense of like what it is. I think it's more so an understanding within. It's a partnership, right? It's an understanding. It's not like say a man can provide or like they can't provide to the level that the girl would want, or like they're short on this. Like if the girl is able to help out, then that will be amazing. But if you don't expect them to, nor do you require them to. It's just more so if you need that help, you can possibly get it, but you don't necessarily expect them or require it of it. It's just more the circumstance. So like if you're short on something, hey, like, you know.
Would you say that as a man? Do you think like if you're short on a bill or something like that, do you think you'd be like, hey, I'm short, I need some money? I can't. I feel like even though I guess it's healthier to do that, I don't think I
would never say short, but I would just say, hey, look, this is what things are looking at right now. Things are a little bit whatever. At the end of the day, if you're not able to communicate with the person that you marry, it's not necessarily a weakness. It's just more of like an open. It's a partnership at the end of the day. It's that's what it is, right? It's
and I think you have to both understand what lifestyle you guys are trying to live. Because you can't one person like you can't be like, I'm buying like Rolexes and APs and then tell her she's like Michael Kors or Coach or stuff like that. Or even for her, she can't be like, Birkin and this like that. And unless you want to have that same lifestyle, if you guys are both going for like a similar lifestyle, then it makes sense. But I think it has to be like, you have to talk about it and be like, this is the lifestyle we both want and what we're working towards.
And I think finances, bro, within our community and culture, I feel like it's not talked about as much. It's probably taboo, or like a lot of couples probably don't go. But I think it's important for all couples to kind of go through that. But
it's the biggest thing.
It is definitely the biggest thing.
Because I think a lot of people have issues over finances first.
Yeah.
So you just have to be, I think a healthy relationship is being able to talk about like certain things.
Of course,
and then knowing your expectation and lifestyle before you, and not in the la world. Like I think you have to be real, showing bank account, what you're making, this like, being like
transparent.
I'm more of a tactical logistic type of thing. Like this is what I have here. This is how much I have here. This is the savings I have here. This is the budgeting I have here. This is the range that we have.
Yeah.
Is this a fitting lifestyle? Like, what are we going to either try to get more money, or are we going to do this? Like, I think I'm very tactical with money. I don't just let it go.
But at the end of the day, I don't think it should ever be 50-50 is not like, that's a very American concept. And I know back then it's like young men, especially if they're high, like, oh no, I'm gonna make my wife pay this or that. Like that is a concept that shouldn't be adopted by young men and by whether you're like, because I like even Ahmed just experienced, he said like that's how he was back then, but now he's matured, and like once you get older you realize that's not how it is, or nor should it be. And at the end of the day, it's just like, you should just never have that mindset.
Yeah, because it makes I agree. Like I think it's just depending on your circumstances, I feel like whatever you're lacking in your life, you look for it in something else.
In terms of what it is, I wouldn't expect like.
What would you do? So if let's just say like she wants to work and stuff like that. So would you be like, okay, I'm doing every single bill. what is your
honestly, I wouldn't mind. It just depends on what I have as well in terms of my means and lifestyle that we both want to live, like you said, transferring in the beginning. But at the end of the day, like I don't even care necessarily if they contribute or work. It's more so, first, it depends on lifestyle, but second, it's like I just want them to have some sort of ambition. Or some sort of ambition. Yeah. You don't want a girl that's just like, fine. If you don't want to work, that's fine. If you don't want to work, but okay. If you want to do something that's else, like you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be more creative, you have some sort of ambition in something else, you want to create a business or create something like that, you don't want to work for that's completely fine. As long as you have some
that's
sort
before
of
kids.
Yeah, it has to. Yeah, of course. As long as you have some sort of like a purpose, like you have a purpose. If you want to do something, it's not, you know what I mean? Like some sort of, even if it's a personal purpose or a self growth, but just some sort of purpose that you have that you're serving and not just like sitting there. Does that make sense? So
even like if for an example, like if you get married and your girl's like maybe looking for a job, but it's not like all jobs are good jobs, but it's not, I guess, not something that's more of an ambitious job or just staying at home. Like would you? Like,
I would just whatever probably makes them more happier. Honestly, because I've been down that route too. At the end of the day, like you don't want to force yourself in a situation that's just gonna lead to more misery. Like you want to ultimately be happy, but at the same time, I think it's harder for women because when they have kids, how are they gonna work?
Yeah, no, kids is a different thing. I think
like I don't understand. Oh man,
I like the concept in Islam how it says, her money, your money is her money, and her money is her money. Yeah. It feels I got to a point, and I think that's with the maturity where it feels good to be able to provide
for sure.
Or something like I guess that's how you maybe know you found a one, because you want to be able to provide and nurture and take care of them, like whether it's opening doors, whether it's driving, whether it's giving them gifts, whether it's like stuff that maybe you wouldn't do for yourself but you want to do for that other person because you feel
want to make them
like
happy.
A provider feel. And it takes a special girl to take that out. I don't think any girl gets it. I think you see some type of respect, you see some type of ambition. You're like, I think respect is the biggest. You feel like, okay, this person deserves it, or like, you know, it matches my same energy. Like, okay, for me, it's like as soon as I see you have some type of ambition, or like I know that you have it, I just need to see that is there.
You see that same.
Whether you do it or not, I just want to. If you're capable, I know you're capable of it. Then I'm like, okay, that's all I need to know. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow, you guys heard it here first. Some advice right there as well, and young kids that are men that are listening. Get rid of that mindset. The women should have this, that. But yeah, they should have ambition, but don't put that requirement or expectation that it should ever be 50-50. Yeah, I don't think relationship is never 50-50.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's 70-30, sometimes it's 60-40, sometimes it's like, you know, it's never going to be 50-50, and there's going to be compromises that need to be made. But look, hey, I'm not married, so.
Yeah, I think you'll find a better woman with this mentality of not feel like, hey, I'm going to be the one to provide, but then you have to be smart. You're not going to just like take anybody and give everybody everything. They have to be deserving of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the next Chai Talk or the next time Ahmed joins us.
Yeah, you never know. A couple months from now, you never know what it is.
Any last words?
Allah make it easy. Allah make it easy, my brother. Mahmoud Mondays, it was good. My brother, to see you again.
Best. Yeah, honestly, it's always wish you nothing but the best.
Let me give you a handshake.
Wow. This guy's hands are always all freaking clammy. And
it's a little hot.
But yeah, man, it's always great talking, great catching up. I'm glad we were able to do this and you were able to speak without Mamaji.
Yeah, it was very different, very, very, very comfortable. If you guys saw, like the demeanor was very more relaxed.
So I hope you guys enjoy this and let us know what you guys think. And
you have any more announcement? Any merch coming out soon? Like I know you like.
I've been working on it, man. You know what? It's just it's getting hard. It's just here's the thing, man. I'm very particular in my vision. I don't want to say it's like I need my vision to come to life, and it's hard. It's not coming to life, and it's not coming to life. Then it's not like I'm that type of person. It's not perfection, but it's just like. It's hard for my vision to come to life, and people can't execute on that vision in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I understand that there's some.
I need my vision, but at the end of the day, you know what?
You just got to put a stake in the ground and go for it. You just have the biggest thing. The biggest thing is just go for it and do it. Especially it's the first one. People just wait for so many. Like I want to wait for this camera, that camera, this.
You can't. You just got to do it.
You just got to do it. So I think the first merch, just do it, and people will grow with you. People mess with us. I like it how it is. So I think you should.
And I hope you guys are enjoying this podcast. Do you like the podcast?
Oh yeah, dude. I was gonna tell you. Like I watch it back when I'm in Houston. Like it's entertaining. It's like when we don't watch our own YouTube videos. I don't think we watch any. We don't even watch our friends because it's not something that we're so much in it. We're editing. We don't watch it. But this is something. Even though I know what Mama's gonna say or what you're gonna say,
it's fun.
I still like to. It's entertaining, and that's like so cool that like this is a good if it's even entertaining to your family, then I think it's who have the highest bar, like who's in it. I think it's a good podcast.
And I hope you guys are finding it entertaining weekly. Join us for our Chai Talks. Thank you guys so much again for joining this week. Give it a thumbs up for Ahmed.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for live updates, ladies and gentlemen. And
make it easy.
Till next time, my brother.
Next time, my brother.
Hey,
Mahmoud brothers out.
Hey.
What was the thing that we used
right?
to do?
Next time, I don't know if it'll just be only you,
this
huh?
camera?
Was it like, did you even hear what I just said?
What did you say?
I said next time, I don't know if it's just going to be you or not.
Oh, wow.
Peace, y'all.
Was it? What was it like this?
Yeah.
If you remember, you remember.
Wow. Take it easy, y'all.
Good office.